as we wrap up the three-game series, the first interleague series of the year between the Mariners and the San Diego Padres, each club winning a game. Padres winning a one-run affair last night by a score of 2-1, and Will Venable steps in and looks at a strike as we are underway. 54 degrees here at game time this afternoon. A ball and a strike to count. I think Felix said, well, I know he would like to stay away from a high pitch inning at the beginning of the ball game. That's been a little bit of his problem lately.
It has been, and it's been his command that has been his issue. I think his stuff has been fine. It's just his fastball command especially has left him a little bit. Last outing, really struggled in the first couple innings and was able to get it together.
And that's going to drift down the left field line. And Mr. Bradley is going to go into foul territory, but stay in fair territory as he leans back to make the catch.
Let's take a look at the rest of the lineup for the Padres today. It'll be Eckstein behind Venable, then Gonzalez. Headley Stairs with a home run last night. He will hit fifth. Salazar, Hundley, Cabrera, the shortstop, eighth, and Tony Gwynn Jr. will hit ninth. Numbers for Felix this year: ERA of 3.95, 57 innings pitched, 52 strikeouts, opponent's average 268.
Well, here's David Eckstein taking a strike. Eckstein's had a good first two games, got 6 hits. 4 in the first game of the series, 2 last night. On to the count. Mark Grant, who works on television as a color analyst for the San Diego Padres, has got a nickname for this guy right here. And that's line fair down the left field line toward the corner. And it's going to go for extra bases, and the Mariners can't get this kid out. His nickname is the mascot. He said he looks more like a mascot than a ball player.
Well, he's playing like a ball player in this series, as Dave mentioned. This is his 7th hit of the series, a double down the left field line. He really has swung the bat well. Let's take a look at the defense for the Mariners. It'll be Bradley, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. A change on the infield today. Tuias Sopo over at third. Wilson and Figgins up the middle. Mike Sweeney getting the start at first base, and Rob Johnson, who always catches Felix behind the plate.
A fastball right on by Adrian. 40 home runs last year. His pace not quite 40. He's only hit 9 so far this year. And a slider, Steve Wright. That's dandy. And that's looped into right field for a base hit. So here comes Eckstein. He's going to score. That's pretty good hitting right there. That was right in on his hands. He just muscled the ball into right field.
Oh, Felix working ahead, throws a fastball up and in. A tough pitch for most left-handers to get to. Jams him, but he's so strong he's able to fight it off down the line. You can see there's a pitch in off the plate. 97 miles an hour on that fastball, and just dumps it into right field for an RBI.
And this is Chase Headley taking his strike. Completely two different hitters from the left and the right. He's 325 hitter from the left. There's a high chopper off the plate, and Felix is going to throw over his shoulder and get him in on the play. Gonzalez goes down to second, hitting only 208 from the right.
Take a look at Felix. Ball bounces high in the air. Who's going to come over to the line? I thought maybe he might tag him, but decides to just flip it to first. Easy out.
Here's Matt Stairs, who took a 2-2 Ian Snell fastball into the, actually off the visitlasvegas.com sign out there in right field last night for his 260th career home run. He has hit home runs for 11 different baseball clubs in his career.
That has to be some sort of record, isn't it?
It ties a record set by Todd Zeal. A change that time. This man's 42 years old.
He was a teammate of mine in '98 in Oakland.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And a fly ball not going anywhere. Ichiro, matter of fact, has to sprint in to get under it and make the catch. But the first inning does yield a run for the San Diego Padres. And as we go to the bottom of the first, it's 1-0 San Diego.
Leading things off, it'll be Ichiro, Figgins, Gutierrez, Mike Sweeney swinging a hot bat. He will hit fourth as the first baseman. Bradley Griffey back in the lineup. The DH hitting sixth. Tuyasa Sofo seventh. Johnson and Josh Wilson hits ninth. Take a look at the numbers for Latos. 49 1/3 innings pitched, 37 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 212. He has given up 7 home runs.
And here's Ichiro to lead it off. That could almost be a change from him, although it was 90 miles an hour. This guy throws 96, 97 miles an hour. That ball is hit foul down the right field line. Latos just a 22-year-old kid. Breaking ball lined into left field for a base hit.
Well, Ichiro's been swinging a hot bat for a while now and serves this ball into left field for the Mariners' first hit of the afternoon. Take a look at the Padres defense. Salazar, Gwynn, and Venable in the outfield. Across the infield, it's Headley, Cabrera, Eckstein, and Gonzalez at first. Doing the catching today will be Nick Hundley.
John Figgins had himself a couple of base hits in last night's ball game. Has got that batting average up to 200. It's been a struggle to get there. Maybe that'll be a launching point for him.
Well, he has certainly swung the bat much better over the last week. They're upwards of 150 at bats, which is where he's at now. It's going to be a slow climb, but if he is to get to where his average would normally be, he's going to be a pretty hot hitter for a few months for the Mariners.
Popped up into shallow center field. Tony Gwynn has no problem with that, and it's one down now with Franklin Gutierrez due up. Big kid, Latos. 6'6".
It's interesting looking at the lineup today that Don Wakamatsu had put together. Sweeney obviously being hot, and with a right-handed pitcher, he wanted to get Junior in the lineup. First time we've seen both of them in the lineup together.
Yeah, and he's got Rob Johnson behind the plate because he usually catches Felix Hernandez.
Decided to give Lopez a day off, so Tui's over at third.
And there are a bunch of people here today from Venezuela that came to see Celestino play. That's the name he goes by in Venezuela. It is Jose Celestino Lopez, but Celestino's catching some pine right now. And a ground ball to third. And the throw to second for one. Back to first, not quite in time to get Gutierrez for the double play. Headley forces Ichiro at second base. Mike Sweeney has seen that batting average zoom all the way up to 290.
290, you can see 5 home runs. Hit 3 of those on the last road trip and a couple of home runs the other night. In this series, 6 for 9, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs.
No breeze to speak of here this afternoon. Popped him up. And a shallow fly ball, and outrunning it, Tony Gwynn out there. And here in the first, nothing doing for the Mariners. They leave a runner at first base. We go to the second inning of play. Padres 1 and the Mariners nothing. All right, this is Oscar Salazar leading it off here in the second inning. Taking a strike from Felix, Salazar, and Nick Hundley, and then Everett Cabrera. Local SPU gymnasts.
They're going to flip for fries. Looks like they had the whole team here. Nice day for them to come out to the ballpark and watch Felix.
Nice change. Ball and 2 strikes. About those Cincinnati Reds. We'll see the Reds here a little later on during interleague play. All of a sudden, they're on top in the Central. Almost walked into a rib job right there. Just barely got back out of the way. 2-2.
Yeah, first place Cincinnati Reds.
Tampa Bay with a nice 5-game lead over the Yankees in American League East. Down on strikes is Salazar. Twins with a 2-game lead over the Tigers will be here on Tuesday night in the Central. And Texas all of a sudden putting a little bit of daylight. A 3-game lead between themselves and the Oakland Athletics, while the Phillies in the National League a 3.5-game lead over the hot Braves. They've been the hottest thing in the National League recently. And that's a strike at the knees to Nick Hundley, the catcher.
And Texas right now losing to the Cubs 5-4 in the 7th inning.
See where Carlos Zambrano is going to go back into the rotation from the bullpen after, I guess, a simulated game here in the next day or so.
I'm not surprised by that, are you?
Not with the money he's making.
Right.
Two strikes on Hundley. He's going to call. It's going to be Tui. So Matt Tuiasosopo takes care of that for the second out. The 11th annual Collector Train Car Night. That's going to be on Friday, June the 4th. The Mariners are going to be welcoming the Angels to town. And the first 20,000 fans receiving a Felix Hernandez high-octane gas car, courtesy of Pepsi. You can visit Mariners.com to lock in your seats for Felix Train Night on June the 4th. There's a base hit off the bat of Everett Cabrera. Slapped into the hole on the left side into the left field.
Well, Cabrera not wanting to fall behind in the count as aggressive goes up. We've seen that from the Padres throughout the series. An aggressive club slaps first pitch into left field.
Tony Gwynn will be the hitter.
I'm sure you'll see Felix work hard today, keep runners close, give Rob a chance to throw him out. The Padres will run. They like to put the game in motion.
One thing the Mariners have done a pretty good job of in this series, they lead the major leagues in stolen bases with 50, and they do not have one yet in this series. At the knees. Ball on the strike.
Tony Gwynn Jr. off to a rough start this year, hitting 181. He has 105 at bats. He does have 8 stolen bases.
What year did you play for the Dodgers?
That would have been in 96.
96. That was before Glenn Hoffman became manager.
Yeah.
In 98.
Right.
People forget that the Padre third base coach was once the manager of the Dodgers.
In fact, when I was there, it was when Tommy Lasorda, about midway through, stepped down as manager, and Bill Russell ended up taking things over, the former shortstop for the Dodgers. And at that delay.
Low, and it's delay steal. Pays off.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Rob didn't come up with it cleanly anyway, so that'll be a stolen base. Take a look at the jump by Cabrera. Little delayed steal. Couple of hops, and then he's going to take off. Try to catch you napping, but Rob wasn't able to come up with that last pitch.
Number 5. Actually, number 6 for Cabrera. Tough play for Figgy. Across the body, a quick throw to first. And that will retire the side. So here in the second, hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0, San Diego. All right, Angie and Milton Bradley will lead it off here in the second inning against the hard-throwing youngster Matt Latos. Starts him off with a straight change. High and away, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Good to see all the kids at the ballpark today. They had a chance to walk around the field. A little guy with his Ichiro shirt on him.
Doing 1.
Happy birthday.
Yes, indeed. Oh, great play at second base. Next time. Takes that rocket and turns it into an easy out.
Well, Milton has tried him a couple of times in the series. Hit a bullet at him last night for an out. Here's another one. Nice play by X9, the former shortstop, moving over to second.
So Junior getting the start as the designated hitter this afternoon. One on him. And a breaking ball and a towering pop-up. And Hundley will drift with it and make the catch. Natsuya Sopa will be the hitter. Do you remember the Mariners' green jerseys of the 90s? Well, on Saturday, June the 5th, the Mariners hosting the Angels. The green jerseys are back as we turn back the clock to the 90s, plus the first 20,000 fans receiving a Mariners cap. So join us for all the fun of the 90s. For tickets, you can visit mariners.com. I like those jerseys. And that's foul high and out of play.
I had a chance to wear that jersey.
I know you did.
Yeah, I liked it too. Usually wore them on Sunday day games like we have today. There you go.
Yep. And strike is called by the first base umpire. 2 strikes on Tui. Those green jerseys seem to be fairly popular, don't they?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out here today. I would wear mine, but it's a little more snug these days.
I understand. I understand. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So far, that's been the best fastball we've seen from Latos, 94 miles an hour. Scouting report on him is he's going to be upwards of 95, 96. But in the game, his fastball has been 91, 92, so not throwing quite as hard as what the reports have been.
There's a fastball. That's 95. So they might have heard you. Will Venable takes care of that easy fly ball out there in right field. So we go to the 3rd inning of play. And at the end of 2, 1-0 San Diego. Kind of cloudy, kind of sunny Sunday afternoon as we go to the third inning of play. And now Felix will go to the lineup for the second time as Will Venable takes a strike over the outside corner. Two and one. Again, as you can see, sun kind of playing peekaboo with the clouds. Mike Sweeney takes it rather nicely and runs it to the bag. Time now for our AT&T trivia question. Of course, Seattle and San Diego originally in the PCL. Which team has won the most PCL championships? Vancouver A, San Diego B, Seattle C, or Portland D? Strike on the inside corner.
Well, the San Diego team that used to be in the PCL had some pretty good ball players.
Well, Ted Williams started there.
Right.
Of course, he's a native of San Diego. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Padres AAA team in Portland now.
Right. For the last year, as I understand it. That's into the gap. But this time, it's not going to get down, and they're going to finally get Eckstein out.
I'm going to say Portland. The only reason why is because it's Curtis, and I know he's trying to tie this into this game somehow. So it's either San Diego or Portland. I'll go with Portland.
I'll go with Seattle.
Nice.
Adrian Gonzalez drove in the only run in the first inning. Who would ever think that the Pacific Coast Lake would stretch as far as New Orleans, Louisiana?
Really?
Low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Kind of a boiling sky. Three and one on Gonzalez. He's 28 years old. He's hit 146 home runs in his career. And that's a can of corn. Easy for Ichiro. And that is an easy third inning here for Felix Hernandez. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third. Rob Johnson, Josh Wilson, and Ichiro. 1-0. Mariner half up, inning number 3. Rob Johnson is the hitter now. The Mariner catcher is appearing in his first game in a while. The way Josh Bart has been catching and hitting, he's been on the sidelines for 3-4 games, and he has taken a pitch inside, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Latos slider outside, 2-0. Too high. And that's barely on the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. A comeback. So quickly 1 down. Which team has won the most PCL championships? Our AT&T trivia question. You fans said Portland, 51%. And you fans are correct. They won 1 more PCL championship than Seattle. Josh Wilson taking a strike, 0-1 the count.
So far from Latos, he has a good fastball. We've heard a lot about it, but I like his slider. I think his slider's a tough pitch for a right-handed hitter. Again, as Dave mentioned, just 22 years old. Topped out at 95, his changeup at 82.
The Mariners thought that maybe they had gotten over their offensive slump when they scored 15 on Friday, but right back in the dumpster last night. They only got 1 in another 1-run loss. 1-run games have been eating them alive.
Tables have turned from last year on them. Last year they were winning those games, and this year falling short. It's not scoring enough runs to get over the hump and get things going. I know the club has had its struggles offensively, but it seems like that's the way it works. When you go out and you score a bunch of runs, it seems like the next day it's a little bit tougher. I don't know why that's the case, but I know when I played it was like that a lot.
What do you think about Jack Wilson's comments that he thought maybe that might be done for him?
Yeah, I'm trying to weigh what Jack had to say about it, and then listening to what Don had to say about it. Jack clearly knows his body, and he knows how his hamstrings feel and what's going on with it. But it's so difficult, I know, when you're sitting and you can't play. It seems a lot tougher maybe at that time than later. So I think we have to give it a little bit of time and see where he's really at. Obviously, he's down about the entire situation and his ability to play or not play at this point.
That's a fair ball. And the long throw will get Josh Wilson. So 2 down. On Thursday, the 3rd of June, call your girlfriends and head out to Girls' Night Out at Safeco Field. That's when the Mariners meet the Twins in the first 10,000 women 21 and over, taking home a stylish Mariners tote bag. Plus, there's going to be manicures, massages, and more at the Comfort Station, located on the left field concourse. For tickets, you can visit mariners.com.
What did you think?
I think it was frustration. I kind of agreed with Wakamatsu a little bit. I mean, he went down and first time, I guess he went from first to third. Up popped the double again, you know.
Right.
And I also agree with you. I think if he sits back and gives a little bit more time, that once he gets back in there, things may change. Mariners missing. Only 35 pitches. And a fly ball to left field. Might be over the head of the left fielder. It is. Salazar will chase it all the way to the wall. Ichiro, another multi-hit game. His 23rd multi-hit game. 2 at-bats, 2 hits. Now has 64.
Well, he gets a fastball right in the middle of the plate down. The left fielder, Salazar, playing shallow. See from the trace that pitch right in the middle of the plate, out of the reach of Salazar, so it's an easy double for Ichiro. Back up over 350 again. Hitting 348 coming into the game, and now he's 2 for 2.
Changeup that's outside to Figgy. Tuno. Latos has been stung by the long ball, but not lately. He's given up 7 home runs.
Been solid for him coming into today, an ERA of 3.28. He took a beating from the Marlins in one of his outings, the one that he really was torched and gave up 7 runs in 2 2/3.
Two and one. Funny how ERAs can be so misleading, because you can go in and get lit up in one game and give up a bunch of runs, and it just elevates your ERA so high it takes so long to get it back down.
Right, absolutely. And you might have 6 solid outings other than that. Especially for the guys out in the bullpen. It takes them a lot longer because they're not going to have the innings that the starters will. John Wetland and the crew.
Down low and inside. I'll tell you, I may pay more attention personally for a guy coming in out of the bullpen to number of inherited runners scored.
Yes.
More than anything.
Yep, I would agree. That's a big time number, and if you can leave those guys stranded, you have some real value. You go out one day and get lit up a little bit, your ERA might be sideways, but if you're coming in time and time again and leaving those guys stranded, that's pretty good stuff.
Snared at the mound. That ball was going to be in center field, but a good play by Latos as he puts a leather down and throws out Sean Figgins. So a hit, a man left, and after 3, it's still 1-0 San Diego.
Hey, Tim, good to hear your voice. Welcome back, everybody. Mariners trailing 1-0. Felix Hernandez on the short end right now. Talking to Rick Adair before the game, says he's got to command the 2-1 count and the 1-2 count. Got to get it done.
Well, and if you look at this game so far and the series overall, between Eckstein and Gonzalez, a lot of hits, and that's the difference in the game. Eckstein hits a double in the first, and then Gonzalez, which Felix actually made a nice pitch on him, 0-2, fights it off into right field for a base hit to drive in Eckstein. Mariners offense, they have to get something going. Ichiro's figured things out. He's 2 for 2. The rest of the guys need to get it going.
Chase Headley leading off, the third baseman. Headley, Stairs, and Salazar here in the fourth. Down the line, foul ball. Sunday brings out all the rally fry signs.
Nice day for him.
Yes, indeed. Get a lot of folks on TV. Undefeated. Oh, baby.
A lot of little leaguers out here. They're a chance to.
Cielo over in Central Washington. Pretty good ride getting here. The 0-2. Boy, you never thought you'd say this, but it's been 5 starts and Felix won a game. He had a couple of clunkers in there where Texas wore him out, and so did the Angels, but then he threw a beautiful game at Baltimore. That's when Baltimore put up the 5 spot at the bottom of the 8th.
Yep.
And then Oakland wasn't bad last week. He left with a 3-3 lead after 6, 11 hits, 3 earned runs.
He had to battle his way through it, but he was able to do that. I think if you go back, if you want to start looking at trends, Felix last year had struggled a little bit in May, turned things around right about this time, and took off and ran with it the rest of the way. So hopefully that'll be the case this year.
Hasn't won a ball game since April 21 here against Baltimore. This one fouled off again. That was a heck of a game here. Complete game. 1 run, it wasn't earned. 6 strikeouts, no walks, and 113 pitches.
Topping out at 97 miles an hour. He's thrown pretty much everything he has in the bag up to Headley this at bat. Headley putting up quite the fight. This will be the 8th pitch for him.
Struck him out. Number 2 on the day. One out here in the 4th inning. Good heat there. We take a look at the Mariners calendar. And brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Day off tomorrow. Detroit for 2. Day off. You like the sound of that. On Thursday, then the Angels, and then back home again. A tough Minnesota ball club, and we see plenty of the Angels in the next couple of weeks. Matt Stairs flied out to right his first time. Minnesota ball club is really swinging the bat well. Starting today, 2 games up in the Central over Detroit. Stairs with that fly out in his first at bat. 1 for 8 against Felix Hernandez. Felix rearing to go, and Matt steps out. Hey, I'm not going to let him quick pitch me. Two and 1.
Done a nice job with his first pitch strikes. It was a bit of a problem for him in his last outing against Oakland.
2 and 2. Felix throws hard. Matt Stairs swings hard, really hard. Two and 2. Breaking ball hit the figures. 2 outs. Bring up Oscar Salazar. Ichiro in his last at bat hit one over Salazar's head in left field. Oscar struck out on a 2-2 pitch back in second. Felix has had some almost extreme movement on some of his breaking balls.
He has, and his velocity is up on his fastball in this game. It's topped out at 97. Nice breaking ball right there. But he's been consistently in that 95 to 97 mile an hour range with his fastball, running it in on the hands of the right-handed hitters.
Salazar's gone. A 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. Third strikeout for Felix Hernandez. Down a run on the Gonzalez first inning RBI. Mariner bats looking to come alive against Matt Latos. Thank you, Tom. Franklin Gutierrez leading off here in the home fourth. Sweeney and Bradley to follow, 3, 4, and 5. Mariners no runs on 2 hits. It's Matt Latos. Bunt laid down. Latos, like Goody, was surprised that he didn't know if he got it all the way down. He sort of froze there for a second.
No, I would agree with that. He went to bunt and reached for it, and I think maybe he even thought that he fouled it off. He didn't know it was in play because he definitely hesitated at home plate before he ran. Take a look at it. There you go. Just a little bit of a hesitation. I don't think it would have mattered. He bunted it back to the pitcher, Latos. It was an easy play for him.
Here's Mike Sweeney playing at first base today. First started first base for Mike here in 2010. Strike one. Light out the center's first time. Like his approach. Hey, I'm going up here. I'm going to be aggressive. Get a good pitch and drive it somewhere. Fishing 0-2.
Another good slider from Latos. I think that's his best pitch. I know he has a good fastball, but that slider looks like it's a tough pitch to pick up. Late movement.
Working some gum there. 0-2. Ichiro's got both of the Mariner hits today. Quest high speed pitch. Latos at 95. Felix at 97. Knocked the mask off the catcher. Latos had a no decision against the Giants his last time out. 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 5 Ks. San Diego eventually lost that game. His last win was against the Giants, a complete game. May 13th, a 1-hitter, 6 strikeouts. 3-3 record, a 3.28 ERA coming into today. Seems like just about every pitcher San Diego's run out there, it looks like a power forward out there, 6'5", 6'6". He's 6'6", but they've got a lot of big guys in their pitching staff. 2-2 to Mike Sweeney.
A lot of different theories on that. Clearly their scouting department, they like the bigger body guys, think that they can handle the toll of pitching and the amount of pitches they're going to throw over the summer, so they'll go with the bigger guys, because you're right, every one of them big men.
Sweeney keeps it going. The hits keep on rolling for Mike Sweeney. 1 for 2 today. 13 for his last 30.
Well, he gets a fastball. He's been on the fastballs lately. You're not going to sneak too many of them by Mike, and this one out over the plate. Hits it in the hole on the left side.
First hit by somebody not named Ichiro. Run on 3 hits for San Diego. No runs, 3 hits for the Mariners. Milton Bradley, see if he can cook something up here. Slicing drive, left center field. Salazar, nice catch. Sweeney has to retrace. Here's the throw. He's back in time. Boy, Milton hit it hard. Tough break. Nice play out there in left field.
Well, Milton's hit it hard 2 times in a row. Eckstein made a nice play on him at second base, and this looked like it was in the gap for sure, but Salazar, covering a lot of ground, makes a nice catch. Sweeney was all the way around second base, so he thought that ball was going to land on the grass as well. He had to hustle to get back in. If Salazar doesn't fall down right there, Mike might be in a little bit of trouble, but he retraces his steps and gets back in pretty good shape.
Ken Griffey Jr. popped up, fouled out to the catcher first time. Latos has been working his catcher, Hundley, making a lot of stops. Ken Griffey Jr. hero against Toronto on Thursday. That big pinch hit he came up with in the 9th inning. 1-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Junior. Little League Day. Got some San Diego fans here, a fan or two. I love seeing all the Little Leaguers. Little League Day here. All up around the upper deck. Right field, all the way behind home plate. Great crowd on hand here today. Changeup. 2-2 now to Junior.
One fastball so far, 92 miles an hour. He's thrown him a breaking ball in the dirt. That was the first pitch, and then a couple of changeups. That's where he's been able to get his strikes.
2-2. We'll hold up. Sweeney takes off. Did Welke call him out? Clears he did. He did. Junior's gone. Strikeout. Take another look. He can't believe it. Let's see. Close. End of 4, 1-0 San Diego. for the San Diego Padres, and Adrian Gonzalez. First inning RBI, the only tally so far. Nick Hundley leads it off. Cabrera and Gwynn to follow, 7, 8, 9 against Felix Hernandez. My T-shirt deserves rally fries. We'll get her between innings.
We'll take your word for it. Future Mariner.
Good approach. Good approach.
Make a play, Dave.
Right. That I like the angle on that one better than the one that Bard hit last week in Oakland. That thing was.
It took out a row of seats, didn't it?
Man. I told Kevin, I said, thanks for getting the seats with the wheels on them in Oakland. Little exit stage left, and I lost sight of it at one point. There was a little overhang, and it was bam right in the middle of my scorebook.
I can't believe you didn't pick the short hop.
No chance, pal. No heroes here, not anymore. Those days are over. I used to catch, remember. I took enough abuse. Back up the middle. Josh Wilson. That'll be a base hit. Felix put his hand out there. It's nice to see he pulled it back.
Josh reaching for it. Even if he was able to come up with it, you can see his momentum going out towards right field. That would have been a tough throw.
The Padres get the leadoff man on here in the 5th. Here's Edith Cabrera. Runner goes, hit and run. There's the bunt laid down. Felix calls for it. Throws quickly and gets it to Sweeney. Sacrifice executed by Cabrera. So sacrifice 1-3. Advancing to second is Hundley.
A little bit strange. You don't see the bunt and run as opposed to the hit and run. Hundley clearly taking off at first base, but Cabrera electing to put it down. The way he went after that looked like he was trying to drag that with him, take it out towards second base. See if he can get a hit, but wasn't able to get it past Felix.
We'll get credit for the sacrifice. Cabrera's 4th of the season. Team best for San Diego. Here's Tony Gwynn Jr. Felix has given up a run on 4 hits. There's a San Diego fan wearing Tony Sr.'s replica jersey. Tough enough to be the son of a major leaguer, but when you carry his name, it's got to be even more difficult. Say of the juniors, Ken Griffey Jr. probably has done the best, has the greatest career. All of them. That's not a stretch.
Barry Bonds is pretty good.
Bonds, yeah, but now he went out a junior though.
No,
it was Bobby Bonds. We're talking about juniors.
Juniors, okay. We've got 3 guys in this game today. Venable on deck.
Mm-hmm.
His dads were major league players.
But he's Will, the old.
Right.
You start talking about juniors, man, that's a different deal. I know I'm good friends with Larry Doby Jr. and he played at Duke. I know he got the A ball. I think he got the AA ball, and that was it. His father, of course, first African American to play in the American League. Cleveland, managed a few times, was an NBA executive as well. That's not easy. Time called.
Wow. Surprised that he gave it to him. That was really late.
Good call. Yeah.
Bill Wilkie, the home plate umpire, Gwynn, called timeout when Felix looked like he was on his way towards home, and he gave it to him. He doesn't have to give him the timeout.
Felix going to try to calm himself down. Watch this.
Take a look at it. As Felix starts to come to home, there's the timeout. He's already up. He should not have given him that timeout.
2-2. Gets through Rob Johnson. Runner advances. Pass ball for Rob is 6th. And for the Mariners, that's number 9.
And take a look at it. I don't think this ball hits the dirt. No, that's a ball that Rob should catch. Now the Mariners will bring their infield up. 3-2 count on Gwynn.
One out here in the fifth. Felix gave up a first inning RBI single to Gonzalez after X9 had doubled. Now he's in issues here. 3-2 to Gwynn. Dribbler Sweeney will take the out. 2-0 San Diego. Gwynn brings home another run. If the bases on balls don't kill you, the pass balls do.
Well, right there. That's just a nothing out. And the runner, Hundley, should be at third right now. Felix a chance to get out of the inning without giving up a run. They were going on contact on that play, so there wasn't any play for Sweeney to try to come home on it. He did what he could do, and that's get the out at first. But it changes, it costs you a run.
Top of the order, Venable. 0 for 2. Venable 0 for 11 on the series. 1-1. It's a little pick-me-up here for Felix. Get out of it right here with just the one run. The 1-2 to Venable. Got him. See you later. Fourth strikeout for Felix Hernandez. Pass ball costly here in the fifth. 2-0 San Diego. All right, Tom, thank you. Bottom third of the order for the Mariners. Matsuyasu Sopo to lead it off, followed by Rob Johnson, Josh Wilson. Matsui flat out to right. First time. Young Matt Latos throwing a nice ball game through 4 innings. Giving up 3 hits, struck out 1, hasn't walked anybody. Couldn't hold up. 0-2 strikes. Latos with wins against the Giants on April 20th. Wins at Houston on May 7th and beat the Giants again on May 13th. One of the reasons why the San Diego Ball Club starts the day tied with the Dodgers atop the NL West. The pitching has been outstanding. #1 in ERA after last night's game. A timely hitting, 266 with runners in scoring position. Stolen bases, they're #1 as well. Three-two pitch to Tui. He's gone. Second strikeout in a row here for Latos. One down here in the 5th.
Well, let's see if we can get the guys some runs. Passed out some prizes. I like this one. Lexi, Thomas, and Casey from Centralia came up to watch the ball game. They won their tickets in a reading contest, so congratulations to them.
Oh, absolutely. Tip of the cap. Very nice. Remember the old reading is fundamental.
Yes, I do.
Here's Rob Johnson, 0 for 1. We're starting this homestand for Rob. Popped up. Headley looks at it, and it's out of play.
Rob had a good pitch to hit. 2-0 count. Gets a fastball up and out over the plate. 65 pitches so far for Latos. Had to work in the 3rd inning. 23 pitches back in the 3rd, but other than that, things have gone well for him.
Up 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Both home runs coming off of Ben Sheets, and both coming in Oakland. Drives one to center field. Tony Gwynn Jr.'s there. 2 outs. We're talking about one of the strong suits of the San Diego Ball Club. One of the problems the Mariners have had this year is pass balls. They've got 9 of the 63 pass balls in Major League Baseball to this date. That's 14%. Today costly. Cost them a run in the 5th inning. And a sore point for obviously pitchers and coaching staff. Don Wakamatsu is a fine catcher at college and in the minor league, so that's a point close to home for him.
Well, that's the most important job you have at this level when you're a catcher, to be able to keep the ball in front of you, catch it first, and if it's in the dirt, to block it. Mariners also have their share of wild pitches this year.
3rd in wild pitches this year too. Toronto and the Angels, the only teams that have more wild pitches than the Mariners. Mariners started today with 22. There's a broken bat. Looper might find a spot. It does. Josh Wilson is aboard with 2 outs here in the 5th. 4th hit for the Mariners.
Latos throws a good fastball in on Josh's hands. Able to fight up right on the inside corner. Cabrera, the shortstop, going back, but a well-placed fly ball from Josh Wilson. Ichiro with a couple of hits now. Drove the ball to the fence his last time up. See if he can hit another gapper. Watch Josh run a little bit, score from first.
Final note on the wild pitch pass ball category. When you combine those numbers, the Mariners wild pitch and pass ball Mariners have 31. San Diego has 10. That's a whole bunch extra base runners out there. We're moving up, getting on. We've had a couple strikeout wild pitches. Here's Ichiro. Good day so far, 2 for 2. One of those innings, one of those games. Get a man on, nothing across, 2-0 San Diego. Nice day, Little League day here at the ballpark. Thanks, Tom. 2-0 San Diego. You should have seen what he did to the first two. David Eckstein, Adrian Gonzalez, and Chase Headley. Tell you what.
He's wearing that one. I know that.
That's how you get it down, baby. Ichiro coming on. Not going to get it. Another base hit for Eckstein. He is killing the Mariners. I mean, unbelievable. He's 2 for 3 today. He's 8 for 11 on the series.
Just an inside-out swing, dump it down the right field line. And with all the hits, 8 hits he's had, he's scored 4 runs.
And now you got to worry about Adrian Gonzalez. How about his last time up, a 3-1 pitch? He skied it. He just missed it, Mike.
He's one of those hitters that it seems like he always finds a way to get the barrel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And right there you can tell anything thigh high, he's going to put a good swing on it. We were talking about it earlier today, and I was talking about Mike Piazza at the time that I played with him in the Dodgers. And he's the same way. It just seemed like he always put the barrel on it, hit it hard. And that's the way this guy is. He just finds a way. Even if he's beat on a pitch or fooled a little bit, he has such good balance. He'll get the barrel to it one way or the other.
About 2 nights ago, smart hitting going the other way 4 times. 3 doubles. 0 for 3 last night. But Friday night, double to left. RBI double to left, double to left, single to left, and a strikeout. 4 for 5, 3 runs scored and a run batted in. 2-1 from Felix. Piece of it, 2-2.
Last pitch was a good indication of it from Felix. He throws him a 2-0 fastball off the plate, comes back with a breaking ball. Down in his hands, he just keeps his hands back long enough to where he still puts a good swing on it. Even though he fouled it off, puts a good swing on A pretty good pitch from Felix.
Two and two. Chases Eckstein back. David's got 4 stolen bases on the season. Eckstein 2 for 3. Yeah, 8 for 13 is his total in this series. 8 for 13. Some work. Strike 3 called. Gonzalez. He knew it. Felix's 5th strikeout.
And with the leadoff hitter on, this is a big-time strikeout from Felix. A perfect pitch right on the outside corner. Down in the zone. Nice pitch from Felix.
Chase Headley 0 for 2. Milton Bradley settles under this one. 2 outs. Mariners and PACCAR, they've teamed up once again. For every RBI recorded this season, PACCAR will donate $100 to Page Ahead Literacy. It's a nonprofit organization that provides new books free of charge to at-risk children in Washington. Mariners thank PACCAR for their continued partnership in helping enrich the lives of youth in the Northwest. That Stairs 0 for 2, fly out to right, ground out to second base. Heck of a career for this guy. 12 major league teams over an 18-year span. As you can tell, he likes to go for the downs. He did yesterday in the 4th inning, hit career home run number 260. Felix trying to get out of it right here. Got a man at first, 2 down. Mariners offensively, no runs on 4 hits. Still looking for that first multiple hit inning for Seattle. Stairs World Series championship at the Phillies a couple of years ago. Eckstein's got one with St. Louis. Jerry Hairston with the Yankees, and Garland with the White Sox. Felix misses 3-1. Nice to see the sun peek through. We've got some humongous clouds around us here at Safeco Field.
You can see Felix being careful with Stairs, all the pitches away from him. And the same thing with Gonzalez.
Gets away. There's strike 2.
That would be a wild pitch.
It's a wild pitch. Number 23 on the season.
I'll take a look at it. Stairs will take it for ball 3, or swing at, excuse me, for strike 2, and that pitch hit right around his back foot. Rob not able to keep it in front of him. Next time he'll move down to second base, so another runner in scoring position.
3-2 with 2 outs. Stairs is aboard. First walk issued by Felix Hernandez. There's Josh Bard, who is catching the last few days, swinging a pretty good bat. This copyrighted telecast, presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So a wild pitch and a walk. 2 outs. Here in the 6th. Oscar Salazar's the hitter. Big breaking ball misses. Salazar struck out twice. 1-1.
Felix now at 92 pitches here in the 6th inning. .61 strikes, 31 balls, so those pitches are right where you want. A nice ratio for him. Seen a lot of that from the Padres today, fighting him and fouling a lot of pitches off. Felix in the game. Just one walk.
We'll take an out of any kind right here with 2 on 2 outs. Down 2-0. Bouncing ball, Tui. Goes out Salazar. A couple of men get aboard. Felix leaves them out there. 2-0 San Diego.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Woo. Home 6th inning action. What do you say, Mike? A little offense here. What do you think?
Well, they can use it. Let Figgins get it started. He's been swinging bat a little bit better, so maybe he can find a way to get on base.
Figgins, Gutierrez, and Sweeney here in the 6th.
Headley, the third baseman for the Padres, playing way up on the grass, trying to take the bunt away. Figgins wants to take it with him. You can see Gonzalez is back a little bit.
1-1. Big 0 for 2 today. Goes bunt. That's a strike. Figgins not pleased with the call by Mr. Bill Welke, the home plate umpire. Latos throwing a heck of a game. A couple of strikeouts. Solo hits spread out. This ball game. Hasn't walked anybody. The 0 for 2 today. Figgy 4 for his last 17. Strike 3 call. Sean Figgins struck out looking for the 13th time this season. 41 total. 1 out here in the 6th. Some of the top Major League prospects in the country take the field tomorrow night on FSN as the Portland Beavers face off with the New Orleans Zephyrs, AAA affiliate of the Florida Marlins. Live coverage gets underway at 7 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. One down here in the sixth. Third strikeout for Latos. Strike one, Goody. Tried to bunt his way on in the fourth and was thrown out. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. One and one.
Latos, good shape with his pitch count. This next pitch will be 80 for him.
Good movement. All 2 strikes. Young man from Alexandria, Virginia, 22 years old. Goody 4 for his last 19, 2 and 2. Mike Sweeney, the hottest hitter the Mariners have right now, is on deck. Struck him out, 2 down. Strikeout number 4. Struck out 4 of the last 7 men he's faced.
Strikes Franklin out with a high breaking ball. Looks like a little bit of a backup slider.
2 outs, Mike Sweeney here in the 6th. Base hit to left in the 4th inning, 1 for 2. First start, first base for Mike Sweeney here in 2010. Casey Kotchman getting a day off, struggling with the bat. Same with Jose Lopez.
I think it's that, and the fact that Mike Sweeney has been so hot over the last week and a half. They're trying to keep his bat in the lineup.
Ride him. Committed. All in 2 strikes.
Mike in the month of May hitting .375, slugging .800.
The 1-2 pitch to Sweeney misses away. Got the right hand of the catcher, Nick Humber. Sweeney gets another opportunity.
A lot of off-speed pitches to Mike. He had a fastball in the left field for a base hit his last time up. So Latos going with sliders and changeups.
2-2. To our right, just below us. Those are the ones that Dave Niehaus and Rick Riz talked about at Old Tiger Stadium, and I know I did a few games there years ago. Those babies are on you in a heartbeat because they had the old overhang. You played there, right?
Yep.
And you couldn't be more than, what, 20 feet from behind home plate? It seemed like hammered foul.
I was never up in the boxes up there where they do all that stuff, but I know this. Some of those days when the Tigers were in some lean years, you could hear the announcers on the field That's how close you guys were.
Yeah, I'm sure that led to some very interesting conversations during the course of the season, before and after games. Sometimes during games. Hey, I heard that. To which I remember guys saying, yeah, the numbers don't lie either, pal. Very good crowd here for Little League Day. 33,315. 2-2 to Mike Sweeney. 2 out, nobody on.
By the way, I always like going to that ballpark. Nice ballpark to hit in.
Yeah, over the years, man. And you had the overhang in right field.
Yeah.
And nice. What was it down the line? About 330-ish?
It played a lot shorter than that.
Just carried well?
Yeah. I think it was like 425 or 430 to center, wasn't it? Where they had a flagpole out there.
Sweeney's aboard.
Nice at bat from Mike. Grinding out another at bat. Just was not going to give in to Latos and works a walk after being down in the count.
Pitching coach going out to talk to him. It's Darren Balsley. And right field. Wish I'd had a chance to go out there, but the overhang in right field. I mean, back in the days when Al Kaline was manning right field, you can almost reach out and touch him, you know.
Well, the thing that was strange about it is you could actually hit a fly ball, be standing under it on the warning track, and it ends up in the seats.
Wow.
Because of that overhang.
Sure. So after striking out 4 of the last 7 hitters, Latos issues his first walk. Milton Bradley hit one to the left center field gap that was run down by Salazar in his last time up. A hard one-hopper to Eckstein in his first time. Milton's hit the ball hard twice with nothing to show for it. Strike one. Bradley, the only starter for the Mariners who had previously seen Latos, been walked 3 times in previous encounters. Strike 2.
He has a lot of movement on his fastball. Pitch starts in off the plate, runs it right back on the inside corner.
It's Luke Gregerson getting ready.
Not bad by Sweeney. Push Latos' pitch count up to 94 now. His next pitch 95.
0-2 to Milton Bradley. Up high. Milton Bradley 0 for 4 yesterday. Couple strikeouts. Looking to pop something here. 1-2. Struck him out. Latos 3 Ks in this inning. Leaves the runner stranded through 6. 2-0 San Diego. brought to you by Better Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. And by Taco Del Mar. Come try the Mondo Burrito at Taco Del Mar. It's big on flavor. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, FSN crew. Here at cloudy Safeco Field, although we've had as good a sun showing as we've had in recent days. First pitch popped up. Sweeney taking charge. And Hundley's retired. Felix Hernandez, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. First inning, Gonzalez, a 1-out RBI single. And in the 5th, infield hit, a sacrifice, a pass ball. And the infield ground out by Tony Gwynn Jr. scored the 2nd run. Butcher boy, Everth Cabrera. You get a couple of those hits along the way?
Me?
If I remember you're swinging from the heels. But I'm just asking, just the prosecution wants to cover all bases here. No, but I was just wondering, did you ever, if you were in a slump and you do anything to get on, right?
I had 1 base hit for that reason, and it was in Toronto against Juan Guzman. And I bunted it right back to him, and it surprised him so much he almost fell off the mound. And I ended up with a base hit.
Did he fall over?
Just about. Stumbled all over himself. He couldn't believe it. It was a terrible bunt. Ended up with a hit out of it.
So he was surprised that you bunted. 2, it was such a bad bunt. It was all like, wow.
Pretty much.
He was a good pitcher, too, boy.
Nasty. 95 miles an hour with a good slider and a split. I was walking up there probably in an 0 for 12 or something.
Take anything you can get, right?
Let me put at least 1 in play today and bunt it out there and end up with a base hit. Thank you very much.
The boys around the country said, hey, Mike, got a rip yesterday. Oof, through the middle, base hit. Cabrera's 2nd base knock of the day.
He hit 1 in the left field, and this one he takes right back up the middle. Fastball right in the middle of the plate. Hit it right by Felix.
All right, Cabrera's got pretty good speed. Stole a base in the 2nd, his 6th.
And so does Gwynn. If you talk about a butcher boy or some type of bunt play, he can really run. We've seen that already. So the guys on the infield have to be on their toes here. We talked about the Padres that they like to run, like to put the game in motion.
50 stolen bases leads the majors. Jesus Calamay up and throwing. That'll get you out of the way.
And by the way, Gwynn squared around to bunt. Looked to me like he was going to try to take it out to Figgins at 2nd base. Tuiasopo's playing even with the bag at 3rd. See, Figgins has had to shorten up too. It'll be interesting if he tries it. Mike Sweeney getting his first start at first base.
Swinging away, pops it up. 2nd row. All right. Bring that glove, my man. That's it.
Left-hander with a nice catch.
That's going to be fun tomorrow morning about 8 o'clock in school.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Good chance that ball will be in the backpack.
But I got it. You don't have one. Pitch out, nothing doing. 2-0 ball game.
Next pitch will be 105 for Felix.
Mariners are 4-4 in 2-run games. San Diego 3-2. Nice young man, Tony Gwynn Jr. Spoke with him last year at San Diego. Felix Hernandez was pretty fired up after that disappointing performance at Oakland last week. He would love to hold the fort right here, get his offense on track. Runner goes. Here's the throw by Rob Johnson. It is not in time. Second stolen base today for Cabrera. Gives him 7 on the season. It was a strikeout of Gwynn.
Well, Rob Johnson comes out of the chute in pretty good shape. Fires. The ball's going to bounce, so Wilson's glove has to come up, giving Cabrera enough time to get his hand in there. That's a good call.
Second base umpire Tim Welke.
There's nothing that Josh could do on that. You have to keep the ball in front of you or catch it if you can. That's what he was doing. Just couldn't get the tag back down.
Venable flips one left field. Bradley charges, coming around and scoring is Cabrera, and they manufactured a run there. 3-0 San Diego. Venable, who had been 0 for the series, delivers an RBI, his 16th of the season. Sounded like he broke his bat in the process.
He did. He hit it right off the end, cues it down the left field line. With Cabrera's speed, he scores easily, so nothing for Milton to do but get it into second base and hold Venable to a single. Padres are 2 for 6 with men in scoring position this afternoon.
1 for 13 on the series now for Venable. David Eckstein. Got a thorn inside of the foot and the arm, toes of the Mariners. 8 for 13 in the series. Big 2-out hit by Venable. 1-1. Short hop. Vegas keeps it in front of him and throws out Eckstein, but San Diego picks up another run on 2 hits, no errors, a man left. San Diego now with a 3-0 lead here at Safeco Field. Traffic Safety Commission with a reminder: click it or ticket day and night. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Look at those clouds above Safeco Field. 3-0 San Diego. And let's review how we got to this point here for the home 7th inning. Take it back to first. This guy, Adrian Gonzalez, pretty good hitter, huh? Base hit to right field. That makes it 1-0. He's had a good series. To the 5th inning we go. Pass ball. been a problem for the Mariners all season long. And then on the infield ground out, running on contact, that was Hundley scoring to make it 2-0. 7th inning. Tried to strike him out, throw him out. Nope, didn't get him. Cabrera is the second, and then Venable, who is 0 for 12 on this series, comes up with his first base hit. And there you have it. 3-0 San Diego. Suzuki Kizashi game recap. Felix 7 innings of 7 hit, 3-run ball, all earned, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and 110 pitches. But Matt Latos has turned it up several notches above that, Mike.
Well, he has. We heard a lot about his fastball. He's topped out at 95 miles an hour. Makes himself out, made a few plays today. Makes one here on Pickens look like it would have been a base hit. But then here's a nice breaking ball from Latos. He's thrown a lot of changeups and sliders. The slider is best pitch, and pinpoint control with his fastballs. He gets Gutierrez with another running fastball for Pickens. High breaking ball to get Goody again. Milton Bradley strikes out. So Latos, as advertised, has been really good this afternoon.
And he's backed up his strikeouts, striking out 5 of the last 9 men that he's faced. D'Onofrio takes over in left field. There's Chris. Ken Griffey Jr. to lead off for the Mariners, who are in dire need of some offense here today. Four hits today for the Mariners. Solo hits in the first, third, fourth, and fifth. And 2 of the 4 hits come from Ichiro. Sweeney with a base hit, and Josh Wilson with the other 2.
Latos missing with that last fastball in on Junior. He's thrown that pitch a lot to the left-hand hitters, throwing it inside and running it back on the plate. That one he missed a little too far in.
Two and 2. Rubber game of the series with the Padres. Mariners 15-8 on Friday night. Tough 2-1 loss last evening. Teams will get together again June 11, 12, 13, a weekend series in San Diego. See what gives here. 3 and 2. Tuiasa Sopo on deck. Way outside. Junior's aboard. Second walk in the last 3 hitters issued by Matt Latos. Looking for a way to save money going to and from the airport? Take Link Light Rail. For schedules, visit soundtransit.org. Bud Black coming out. That'll do it for Latos. His 22-year-old right-hander throws one heck of a ball game for 6 innings plus. And when we come back, it'll be Met Tuiasa Sopo against Gregerson. Geico quote. The French Open started today, and Dick Enberg, who's a long-time tennis announcer, will be calling Wimbledon and the U.S. Open. He talks about the great matchup of Nadal against Federer and what it means to the sport of tennis.
It is delicious to watch these two because they're so different in style, and yet they're so alike as men. I mean, they're just delightful people, and tennis has been aching to have men to represent it well. The women have done a good job with it. Men have been jerks, and here are two guys that you really would want to have over for dinner. They care about their sport, they care about their competitors, they care about the fans, they even care about the media. How good is that? And both Rafa and Federer fill all those requirements so nicely.
Well, Dick Enberg, brand new to the San Diego Padres announce booth. The only major that he's going to miss is the French Open. He's covered the Australian. They're giving him time off to do Wimbledon for 2 weeks and then the U.S. Open. And he's enjoying his time being back in baseball. He and Dave Niehaus. Here's a drive to deep right field. Going back. It's off the fence. Junior digging for third. And he'll hold there. Matt Tuiasosopo, an opposite field double. And the Mariners are going to bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, we talked about it with Tui. He's been much more aggressive with his swings this year. And you can notice that by a fastball out over the plate to drive it out into right center field. Almost hits this ball out of the ballpark as it hits the fence. But Tui not getting to play a whole lot. Does a nice job of driving the ball into right center field for a double and put the Mariners in nice shape to score some runs here.
Second and third, nobody out. Rob Johnson 0 for 2.
Padres will keep their infield back up 3-0 here in the 7th, so they'll give up a run for an out.
Two and 0 to Rob. Let's finish that point real quick. Dick Enberg back in baseball. He and Dave Niehaus teamed on Angel and Rams broadcast from the late 60s into the mid to late 70s. It's good to have Dick back on a full-time basis in baseball. 2-0.
Saw the numbers from Gregerson. His ERA at a 1.99, 25 strikeouts in the 22 innings that he has pitched. So he's throwing the ball well, but he's having some issues here.
He's only faced 2 Mariners on the roster. Barden Bradley, 3-0. Back with a fastball. 3-1. At third, Tui at second. Now Rob Johnson 3-2.
Comes up with a 3-1 slider off the plate away.
Three-two. Driven to left field. Going back to Northfield. Checking where he is. He's on the track. Makes the catch. Junior scores. Tui will hold it second. Sacrifice fly Rob Johnson. His 7th RBI. Mariners on the board here in the 7th inning. 3-1. Finally, a Seattle tally here in the 7th inning.
It looked like Rob ended up getting another slider, was able to stay back just long enough. Pretty good ride all the way out to the warning track and left.
Josh Wilson base hit the center his last time, 1 for 2. Time called. Josh having a very good homestand. 7 for 15. Got his 6th 6-game hitting streak going on. Brandon League on the left and Colomay on your right.
Mariner hitters watching Gregerson, especially the right-handed hitter so far, likes his slider.
0-1 to Josh Wilson. He really throws across his body. 6'3", 200, Luke Gregerson. Park Ridge, Illinois. Lives in Lyons, Illinois. Came over from St. Louis in the Khalil Green trade. December of 08. Two and one. Gregerson with the Padres last week, last year, 2-4, 3.24 ERA, 72 games, picked up 1 save. Big strikeout guy, 93 Ks, 31 walks. 2-1. Popped up, playable. Coming on, Venable, going back, and Venable makes the catch as Gonzalez got out of the way at the last second.
Give the Padres defense a lot of credit. You can see Venable calling it. It's an easier play for him than Gonzalez, so the communication works, and Gonzalez able to get out of the way so he can make the catch.
Let's see if Ichiro can pick up his 3rd hit and pick up an RBI here. Base hit to left in the 1st, double to left center in the 3rd. Tap back to the pitcher in the 5th. So many fans. There's a little Ichiro fan. 64 hits on the season. Strike 1. Ichiro starting the day, tied with Joe Mauer, 2nd in the American League in hitting at 348. 0-2. Ichiro 64 hits, leads the American League. Mike Adams up and throwing for San Diego. Saw him for an inning last night. Oh, and 2 to Ichiro. Tuiasosopo at 2nd. 2 down, a run in. Struck him out. That's a big one for Gregerson. A tough go here for the Mariners. Their best hitter strikes out for the 17th time this season. They pick up a run. It's 3-1 Padres. Colomay is going to take over. Coors Light Freeze Camp, some of the snapshots here. Good day for baseball, 33,315 here in Little League Day. And Mike, the Felix numbers.
We'll take a look at Felix today. We talked about the Padres putting the game in motion. They did that to Felix today. We were able to score 3 runs off him. But overall, every outing has gotten a little bit better since he went through a little bit of a rough stretch. And I thought today he threw the ball well. Unfortunate on a couple of hits. Gives up a base hit to Gonzalez. That he jammed him on a little flare in the left. That cost him a couple of runs. But as you can see, Cabrera stealing second base. But overall, I thought Felix threw the ball well. So here are his numbers. 110 pitches, 6 strikeouts, just 1 walk. 3 runs, 2 of them earned.
Jesus Calamay takes over. Game number 11 for him. Good matchup here, boy, because Calamay can really throw hard. You saw 97 there, and he's going up against a fine hitter in Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez, an RBI single, fly out, and strikeout. Line's complete on Matt Latos. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Up high to Gonzalez, San Diego native. Calamay pitched on Friday night, inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. That was the Mariners' 15-8 win in the series opener. That was scorched. Base hit for Gonzalez. He's 2 for 4.
And you can see Calamay trying to pitch inside to Gonzalez. Was able to get a couple of fastballs there. This one he leaves out over the plate. Adrian Gonzalez gets on top of it and hits a bullet into center field.
6 for 12 in the series. Here's Headley. 0 for 3 today. Broken bat looper. Coming on. Goody, troubled, base hit. Calamay in trouble already. Have you ever wanted to sit so close to home plate you'll see the break of a slider? Now's your chance at Safeco Field's KeyBank Diamond Club. You'll dine on all-inclusive food and drinks. Relax in a private lounge, receive extraordinary service and more. For more information, here's your number, 206-346-4001 during regular business hours, or visit mariners.com/Diamond Club. Some of the fine folks serving downstairs right below us. Matt Stairs. For 2 today, 1 for 4 with a homer yesterday, and Rick Adair and Rob Johnson. Going to converse with Calamay.
Calamay primarily will throw his fastball, but he'll mix a slider in from time to time. Just 6 pitches for him, 3 strikes, 3 balls. Has a good fastball today at 97 miles an hour.
Hawks ball club down by 2. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for San Diego. 1-5-0 for the Mariners. 1-0 from Calamay. Way outside.
Teixeira is now up in the Mariners pen, getting loose.
3-0 to Matt Stairs. On deck hitters Chris Denorfia. Comes to 3-0.
No big surprise they turned Matt Stairs loose on a 3-0 pitch. As Dave mentioned earlier, 18 years in this league. He's going to look for a pitch that he likes. He got a fastball out over the plate and up and just missed it.
3-1 to Stairs. And he's aboard. The bases are loaded with nobody out. So Calamate's given up a hard knock to center, a broken bat to center, single, and now a walk. And Watt's going to come out and get him. He's seen enough. (3-1) San Diego, top of the 8th. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Watt's going to the bullpen again. All right, Tom, two of the best pitchers in the game. Boy, they got knocked around pretty good there. Greinke and Roy Halladay. Halladay now 6-3 as the Red Sox take 2 out of 3 from the Phillies in Philly. Tough spot here. Teixeira takes over. Chris Denorfia, his first at bat. He came on last in the top of this inning. And last inning, rather, I should say, in left field for Salazar, who had a 0-for-3 day.
Mariners infield up the middle, play about halfway. Gonzalez does not run well at third, so they don't have to come all the way in to still make a play. Try to increase their range a little bit by staying back a few steps.
Here's a problem, though. 2-0 to Denorfia. Bases loaded, nobody out. Down the line, lots of trouble. Gonzalez scores. Headley scores. Stairs to third. A double for Denorfia. That's now 5-1 San Diego. It's a big blow.
Little inside out swing. Fastball right in the middle of the plate. Slices it right inside the bag. Boy. Things change in a hurry.
Yeah, they do. They certainly do. Nick Hundley, the hitter now. Stairs goes all the way to third. So second and third, two more out there, and there's still nobody out. Five runs on 10 hits now for San Diego. Felix Hernandez went 7. Left down 3-1. Now the bullpen with issues. Colomé gives up 2 base hits and a walk to load him up. And Teixeira 2-0 pitch down the line past Sweeney. 2 more. That's trouble 2. Gap. Goody can't get it. Everybody's going to run. Stairs scores. Denorfia scores. And a 2-run double for Nick Hundley. 7-1 San Diego. Goody made a heck of an effort. Not enough.
Well, Hundley looks like he gets a pitch in the middle of the plate, hits it hard, and you can see Gutierrez stretching out as far as he can go, just out of his reach. A nice effort by Franklin. I didn't think he had a chance to get to it, but he made it awfully close in the end.
Cabrera, the shortstop. He's had a nice day. 2 hits, 2 stolen bases, and a sacrifice. Fly ball center field. Goody with the glasses down. And that is the first out. Catch Freddie Montero. And the Seattle Sounders FC as they take on Boca Juniors, one of South America's most popular soccer clubs. The international friendly comes your way this Wednesday night. Check your local FSN and FSN HD listings for match time in your area. 7th hitter to the plate here for San Diego. Tony Gwynn Jr. So Denorfia, 2-run double. Hundley, a 2-run double. The back-to-backers put up a 4-spot really quickly here in the 8th. It's one
of the few times this year where we've seen the bullpen come in and not be able to shut things down. It's been very rare we've come in or watched the guys come into the game and give up some runs right away like they have today.
To right field. Ichiro coming on, can't play it. Coming around third, and they'll hold him right there, is Hundley. Well, to make sure Ichiro didn't catch it, so he didn't have a full head of steam. So base hit for young Mr. Gwynn. And he was ahead in the count 2-0. Now runners at the corners, 1 out.
Looks like Ryan Rowland Smith now starting to crank it up out in the pen.
Here's our Amica hit zone for Will Venable. For each hit that the Mariners get through the end of the season, Amica Insurance donates $10 to the Boys and Girls Club of Bellevue. Thanks, Amica. Venable broke an 0 for 12 back in the 7th inning with an RBI single. Flipped it to left field. 8th man to the plate here in the 8th inning. There's Ryan Rowland Smith. Look out. They didn't get up to a bad start, and it's gotten worse. Base hit, walk, 2-run double, 2-run double. Fly out, base hit, now first and third. Gutierrez coming on. Runner tags. Here's the throw to the plate. It is offline. 8-1 San Diego. RBI Will Venable. Back-to-back plate appearances with RBI. Two outs. Scoring on the play is Hundley. Ninth man to the plate. Here's David Eckstein. Heat for 14 on the series. Talmay's book is closed. 3 batters, 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, no strikeouts. Eckstein, does it get in front of each run? No, it's right to it. 9 men to the plate in the 8th inning. You talk about some damage. A 5 spot put up on the board by San Diego. Padres now lead at 8-1. Gonna need some late inning lightning for the Mariners here, Tom. With Figgins, Gutierrez, and Sweeney coming up. How about San Diego? 9 men to the plate in the top of the 8th inning. They put up 5 runs on 5 hits. They torched the Mariners bullpen. Now it's Ryan Webb. We saw him 2 nights ago. Ryan Webb threw an inning, struck out 1 and walked 1 in that 15-8 Mariner win.
And you can see an impressive ERA of just a 1.13.
Here's Sean Figgins. Strike 1. Figgins 0 for 3. Paints the outside corner, strike 2. Down the line, foul. Mariners with 5 hits, but none of them bunched. No multiple hit innings thus far.
Well, as you're looking at this game right now, as 8-1 in the 8th, the thing the Mariners should be thinking about is the Padres are going to be aggressive. They're going to throw a lot of fastballs for the guys to hit. So, you know, to me, you're going to have to obviously hit your way back into it. The Padres have a good pitching staff. I don't think you can just stand up there and wait for walks. Take a strike, yeah. But after that, turn it loose.
1-2 to Figgins. Goes the other way. Down the line. Foul ball. Figgins caught looking back in the 6th, 13th time. Caught looking at 41 Ks on the season. Most in both categories for the ball club. 1-2, trying to get untracked. Popped it up. Gonzalez. 1 out. Ryan Webb, fitting that San Diego Padre pitching profile. 6'6", 214 pounds. Clearwater, Florida, where he's born. Lives in Palm Harbor, Florida now. Came over from the Athletics. Right-hander Craig Italiano and Sean Gallagher. Scott Hairston back in July of '09. Scott, of course, now back with this San Diego ball club. He's on the DL right now with a bad hamstring injury. Here's Gutierrez, 0 for 3.
And like the rest of the right-handers the Padres have, 95 miles an hour on his fastball. He's hoping for a comeback. Look at that. Starburst, maybe.
Orange are good. 2-0. Oh, yeah, Starbucks. You're exactly right. That's right. You know from Starbucks over the years. Starburst, rather.
Yeah, Starburst.
How many comebackers is that today?
I'm not sure, but Latos sure seemed to be busy. He had to have 3 of them himself, I would think.
1, 2 for Latos, 3 for Latos, 4 in a day for Latos. And now that one makes 5. Two outs, 8th inning. Let's take a look at the Jack in the Box in-game box score. Not suitable for framing. A lot of offers. Ichiro's got 2 of the 5 hits.
But Mike continues to swing well. Look at the series. 7 for 11 in the series. Has his average up to 297 overall. 1 for 2 in the game tonight.
Headley bouncing around pretty good back there. 1-1. Day off for the Mariners, and then Detroit comes in. Another day off. Then to play the Angels for a quick 3-game series, and then home for another week stretch. And Sweeney hammers one foul. Padres go home to take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Nice homestand. 3 with the Cardinals. Washington Nationals come in, followed by the New York Mets. 1-2.
Webb has been paying attention to Sweeney's been swinging the bat well. He's throwing 3 sliders after throwing nothing but fastballs to the first couple of hitters.
Two and 2. Sweeney working it. Big at bat here. Walked in a 3-2 pitch back in the 6th. Bradley 0 for 3 is on deck. Sweeney can keep it going. Mike Sweeney's aboard. Back-to-back walks for Mike. It's the third Mariner batter to be walked this afternoon. Bradley 0 for 3 against Ryan Webb. Thank you, Tom. Ryan Rowland-Smith, new to the bullpen after an unsuccessful run as a starter. 0-4, 7.62 ERA. First relief appearance this season. Switch roles with Ian Snell. Snell back in the rotation. Ian went 5 innings last night and picked up the loss, his third.
I think everybody hopes that the move with Ryan going to the bullpen will help him out. Instead of having to work through a lineup 2 or 3 times, give him a chance to pitch an inning, start to build some confidence back. Really struggling. I think confidence was a big part of it. He just looked like he was a little bit lost, so they're hoping that maybe this will help him out.
3-0 to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Headley, and Stairs here in the top of the 9th. Green one. Gonzalez single and scored in the 8th inning. On deck, Headley. Opposite field shot. He's been doing that a lot in this series. Milton Bradley saw his back next to catch one. Felix Hernandez left with a 3-1 lead of Calamay to Sherritt. Let it get away. Calamay 2 run, make that 2 hits, 3 runs all earned. To Sherritt, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Traveling outside the Northwest this season, take the Mariners with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today. See every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
I don't know what was said, but Mike Sweeney, after that at bat by Gonzalez, came in and had a conversation with Ryan behind the mound.
Ball's behind 2-0 to Headley. Mariners bottom of the ninth. Griffey, Tuiasosopo, and Johnson 6, 7, and 8. Two and two now to Headley. That big 8th inning, he got a base hit, came around and scored. Down to Josh Wilson. 2 outs. Here's Matt Stairs again. Walked his last 2 times up. Scored in the 8th. 0 for 2. Ryan Nolan-Smith throws a 1-2-3 ninth. Griffey, Tuiasosopo, and Johnson. Big hill to climb. 8-1 San Diego. Yep. Off day for the Mariners tomorrow. Then it's back at it on Tuesday when Miguel Cabrera and the Detroit Tigers invade Safeco Field for the second time to kick off a quick 2-game set. Live coverage begins at 6:30 on FSN and FSN HD. The matchup, we get to see Justin Verlander against Doug Fister. Fister's been outstanding for the Mariners. Detroit was here middle of April. Mariners taking 2 out of 3. Felix Hernandez with a win. Brandon League with a win. Joe Thatcher, 4th pitcher here for San Diego. 0-2 to Junior. Junior fouled out to the catcher, struck out, walked and scored. Time called. Adams looks like it's coming out of first base.
Really tough on left-handed hitters. He has a big sweeping breaking ball. And a crossfire in the lefties. There it is. 76 miles an hour. He doesn't throw hard. But just picking the ball up for a left-hander can be difficult. Righty shouldn't have any issue with that. Tuiasa Sopo and Rob Johnson, Josh Wilson hitting after Junior. So they should get a pretty good look from him. Another breaking ball.
Two balls, two strikes to Ken Griffey Jr. Knocked the mask off the catcher Headley. Or Hundley, beg your pardon. Nick Hundley. Boy, he took a shot.
It's kind of strange looking. I'm not sure his mask was on correctly because it didn't look like it hit him that hard. Let's take another look at it. I stand corrected, right on the chin.
Got the bottom, the little extra piece they put on it, and it leveraged itself right off his helmet. Look at this. That's scary. Yep. It might not have been as secure as he'd like on the back of his helmet. 2-2. Slow breaking ball popped up, playable. Shortstop Cabrera, one out. Junior on the day over 3, walk run scored. Here's Tui. Doubled hard off the right center field wall last time up. This was a 1-0 San Diego lead after 1, 2-0 after 5, 3-0 after 6.5. Mariners got their run in the 7th. 8th inning. Well, that's a whole different tornado. They put 5 runs up on the board on 5 hits. 2 2-run doubles by Denorfia and Hundley, and a sac fly by Venable. Backing up is Headley, throws across, 2 down. Last hope here for the Mariners, bottom 9, down 8-1, 2 outs. Rob Johnson. Strike 1. Rob with a sac fly in the 7th, accounting for the Mariners' only run. 0 for 2 on the day.
The batters come in throwing strikes. 11 pitches, 9 of them for strikes, just 2 balls. Goes back to what we were talking about earlier. They're going to be aggressive with such a big lead.
0-2 to Rob Johnson. Down in the dirt.
Mike Sweeney getting his first start at first base today. Had a couple of plays over there, didn't seem to bother him at all. Handle him fine.
1-2, dribble down to Cabrera at shortstop. And that is your ball game. San Diego resounding 8-1 win to take this series 2 out of 3. And the Mariners drop to 16-28. San Diego goes to 26-18. And the ball club, the Mariners, are now 5-16 in the month of May, while Padres go to 11-10.
It's a good ball game through 7 innings. The Mariners hanging in there. Felix, a couple of tough breaks for him today. A couple of flares cost him some runs. Pass ball hurt him a little bit, but the Mariners offensively, again, just could not get anything going against the Padres pitching today, scoring just the 1 run. And really, if you look at it overall, 0 for 3 with men in scoring position, so they really didn't have too many opportunities.
Bullpen gave it up in the 8th inning. 5 runs on 5 hits. San Diego went absolutely nuts. We'll see San Diego again down at their place in the month of June. Right now, let's send it out to Brad Adams.
Dave, thank you. Yes, we're not done with our natural rivals from San Diego. A 3-game set coming up in